I come before you today as a voice of prophecy, not so much in the capacity as predicting events on a linear timeline of the ego world, of the left brain ego world, of those concerns of the third dimension, but a voice of prophetic inner spiritual conviction derived from the strength of the arc of consciousness that I have established through my connection with the most holiest of holy, the source of all creation, the all that is, prime creator. And in that sense, I create my future from the conviction of the experience of living through heaven on earth. And many of us notice that the earth is filled with corruption and violence. And you can say certainly that the earth has always been filled with corruption and violence. That is true, but never violence whose power has the capacity to do fatal harm to God's creation, planet Earth. These are the generations of Noah. And Noah was just a man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God. And when you are in meditation, as Yeshua instructed, practicing the single eye, watching with your voice of prophecy, you are walking with God. And this is the true meaning of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark that when we enter into the Ark of higher consciousness, we are walking with God. And currently, there are those who, within the world's collective consciousness, who are walking with God in higher consciousness, and those who are cast upon the sea of tumultuous, chaotic violence and corruption, those corruption energies. Because now the world's collective consciousness has bifurcated, has split, has officially divided into those who have entered their arc of higher consciousness and walk with God, and those who are still of darkness and negative energy. These beings will not survive and function in the way they once had in this higher realm of the new sun that has risen. Because in the Christian scriptures, it is written, when the name of God was asked for, when it was inquired thereupon, God simply said, I am. And indeed, this was an enlightening answer. If the answer included something after the I am, then the nature of divinity would be defined and therefore somehow be limited. And as beings of higher consciousness, we are without limit, because the story of the ark is the story of our inner being. To build the ark means to begin to construct it within yourself by meditation. For when the signs begin to appear upon the earth, then it will be time to enter the ark and be safe from the storm. To ride out the storm in the ark, in your meditation, in your higher consciousness, in your prophetic knowing, and to come out of the violence and chaos of the earth that is placed upon us now. And in your arc of consciousness, higher consciousness, you are placed on the mountaintop. The mountaintop being the higher realms of consciousness, that is Christ consciousness. This is not a religious consciousness that divides Islam, Christian, any organized religion, nor is it a political consciousness. These are lower consciousness. The higher consciousness is the Christ consciousness. And depending on where your focus dwells, where your energy flows, and in the Hindu traditions, we've talked about the chakras, energy vortices, assemblage points. But this is where you can determine quite easily where your energy is focused upon. Each energy vortices and organ within the body has a consciousness of its own. If you're focused in any of the lower energy forms, you're not in your arc of consciousness, your arc of meditation. And when you determine where your energy is focused, you can realize how your outer world has been created with your beliefs and the vibrational frequencies of your thoughts. This is also how your inner world is built as well, depending on how your thoughts are comprised. And this is why it's very important that we should keep our mind pure, our arc of consciousness pure. When we enter into our arc of consciousness, we want to enter into a pure arc of consciousness. As a basic rule, we should get rid of all negative thoughts and only fill our minds with positive thoughts. Unfortunately, this is easier said than done. Also, considering the modern world is very easy these days to be bombarded, to be inundated with lots of negativities. But you should start to view your mind as your arc, as an arc of consciousness, as a private and holy sanctuary. You are the master of your mind. And realize thoughts are things. Thoughts are comprised of the God force, the energy that is all of creation. Therefore, be sure to only place beautiful things in the sanctuary of your mind, into the arc of your consciousness. Now, the state of mind, your Christ consciousness is very important. And from now on, give more attention to your mind, especially to the thoughts that you have in your mind. Do not allow your mind to be bombarded with so many thoughts. Don't allow the chatter of the monkey mind to be your consciousness. Keep that outside of your arc of consciousness. And you will rise above the storm. This is why it's important. The mind is important. Your mind, your arc of consciousness is very important. This is how you harness the God force energy and create changes on all levels of your reality. It is with your mind, it is with your arc of consciousness that you're going to make magic work for you, to make the God force flow and build your arc of consciousness, and therefore rise above the storm. The power of your mind, the power of your arc of consciousness, as taught by all the great emissaries of light, from Yeshua to Hermes, they all taught that all is mind and the universe is mental. The universe is your arc of consciousness and the quality, the power. Your mind is a powerful magical tool that you have. Your arc of consciousness is a very powerful tool. And the secret lies in the power of your imagination. With your magical imagination, you can create and gain knowledge, direct the course of universal God force, and create changes in accordance with your true divine will, and bring heaven to earth. And this is the voice of prophecy, that you create your own future. Do not be worried about what the future will bring. You will not be worried about what the future can bring if you are in your own arc of consciousness and therefore directing the God force and creating your own future, which is to bring heaven to earth and to embrace the new golden age.